Hi, my name is Neil, and I'm an English teacher. It makes me especially sensitive to words, and there are a couple of dishonest words. They are dishonest at their very fundamental nature, and I want you to maybe pay attention to these words, try to avoid using them, and be attuned to them when you hear them on the news. So, let's begin with it's complicated. When somebody says it's complicated, usually what they mean is they don't want to talk about it. More specifically, if somebody says, "Are you still seeing Jane?" and you answer, "It's complicated," what you really mean is, "I screwed it up and I'm humiliated and I don't want to talk about it." Here's another one. You always hear politicians ask, say, "I'm glad you asked that question." It means they absolutely are not glad you asked that question. It's like it's complicated, except that they're expected to give a response, and it's always going to make things worse. We hear the word liberation every now and then. Liberation is never a good thing. Oddly enough, we talk about women's liberation. No. We liberated the Venezuelans. Yeah, we liberated them. Here's another word you should distrust. Actually. Actually, it was Tuesday. Actually is a way of saying you're wrong, you're stupid, and I know better than you. And then there's I'll be honest, or to tell the truth. As soon as I hear that phrase, I start questioning the person's integrity. Wait a minute, why would you tell me that? Were you being dishonest before? No. And integrity is interesting because integrity is usually the difference between saying something and doing it. A person with integrity does what they say that they'll do. So when we hear, "I decided to," why is your decision more important than the thing you did? I decided to help people. Well, then your decision isn't the important thing. What you did is the important thing. And then my favorite, the word situation. Situation is always dishonest. Situation is that thing we fucked up because we're too stupid to know how dumb we are, and which we are making worse. Look how often you hear the word situation in the news today. Situation literally means to place, like to put it over here. So we are in control of the situation, but the situation is a thing we know better about than you do. Situation creates distance. I'm going to create a narrative that's going to justify or rationalize or manipulate you. It's never objective. It's always suggesting that I know better than you. You could use a word like scenario or predicament or crisis or just this. Instead of saying this situation is a problem, say this is a problem. For God's sake, leave me alone with your damn situation.